John, it's great to have you today and to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, Richard.
Likewise.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah. So Livio wanted to talk with you today about some of the different benefits that we have. We understand you're a distributor. You're doing some great work out there in Texas.
Yes.
You've got 40 years in the industry. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's amazing. Really respect
Yeah.
that. So tell us about yourself and your company.
Myself, I'm John Marshall. My company name is Marshall Creek Development, LLC. A little bit about it is that business has been in place over 17 years. I came from a family business that was very large, building that developed most of Kansas City area and surrounding. So that's a lot of my background, but I have a diverse background in different avenues, but has brought me back. Yeah. What else would you like to know about it?
That's a great history. And you mentioned, I think in a previous conversation, that you'd worked in several different trades, and you kind of evolved into the steel construction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always been an interest to me, from putting up even red iron buildings to other cold rolled steel buildings and stuff. But I've done through commercial work a lot of steel stud stuff, but it's never been the monopolized where it could be like this cookie cutter, put up the panel type systems that leave it to make the efficiency. That might lead into the question is how did I find LIVIO?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
How I found them was looking for an option on a couple of builds. We do have some companies here who does the same thing, but they didn't want to work with me. They wanted to, as if I was going to order a house, they wanted me to order 10 houses instead of a single or something like that. It wasn't a fit. Even though they're local, it just didn't feel right that they were trying to force me, or you need to be focused only on multifamily and go after that. You can't do single housing. It was always this manipulation, and I didn't like that.
I understand. I've heard that from a lot of other clients, that there's just nobody like LIVIO out there. Exactly.
100%. And so it was funny is I reached out to them to just ask about their information. It came up on a social media. And they go, hey, let's reach out. They contacted me and we had a conversation. And I said, I don't see on your website, do you have any distributors? And at this time they had 0. And so what they said is I was one of the first to talk to for the distributor program to work with them. And
that's great.
And so it led into that and signed up. And I know that they're advancing it even more.
Yeah.
And we'll keep proceeding forward when it goes. But yeah, that's it.
Great. So what do you like about LIVIO's pre-assembled system?
What I like about it is besides the simplicity, but also having where it can be barcoded with an app and shows the plan all done for, if you have a supervisor and non-educated workers, they can put it up.
Absolutely. There's that communication, that streamlined process.
That's correct. Also, another thing is it saves on waste. One of the biggest problems with every project, from a small project to a large project, is no one considers the amount of waste that goes into it and those extra costs that can hurt a budget.
Absolutely. So that's a huge value. And so with that said, what are some of the other values you think LIVIO?
The other values would be is on builder's risk insurance will be less because of the quickness of being able to get it done quicker. The carrying costs, all of it's going to add up to where it's a huge benefit. Another benefit over wood counterpart is with it being 7 times stronger and being able to show that.
Yeah.
Really helps. Like I said, I have a good friend who just built a 3,500 square foot house down on the coast, and they did it out of wood, but the next hurricane, it's going to be completely gone. And I said, why didn't you do it out of steel? You knew I can do this for you. And he just, well, that's how they always do it down there. And I go, that's a problem. And that's why insurance, and same in Florida, that's why they're not insuring, because they're tired of rebuilding.
Exactly. So with steel frame, it can be one and done if built properly, and I think it gives us a huge advantage in the insurance sector, or the perception of the insurance underwriters.
In Texas, there's the bug issues. If we can eliminate bugs, that's a huge, no fire. You guys have fire. Well, we're getting to where we have fires too. So we're having to implement those different things. And that helps in an overall building package. So.
Absolutely. It's part of the process for improving. So are you planning to use LIVIO for your next upcoming projects?
Yes, I am. Yep.
What do you have coming up?
I have two 1,400 square foot homes, and then also selling one of the plans on Go LIVIO site. What was it? The Emerald, the top of the one, the 3,400 square foot house. This client, this client would like to go with that one, and so we're in the negotiations right now on that one.
And what do you think about LIVIO's pricing and overall value that it brings to you, John?
The pricing has been really good. I know they're all concerned about what it's going to be because of where they're producing in India.